Well, guys, another active day in the news cycle, isn't it? We've got the Prime Minister of Slovakia having an assassination attempt on him. He's supposedly in stable condition as of right now. Don't know. The sources that we're hearing it from is kind of iffy. But as of right now, the last word is that he is stable. They're supposed to have a press conference. We have a bridge in Galveston, Texas that's collapsed from a barge hitting it and supposedly a huge oil leak. They're bringing boats in to remove the people from Pelican Island in Galveston. I mean, it's just another normal day, right? Another normal day of chaos everywhere. This stuff is becoming normalized. You're not even hearing a lot about the bridge collapse. That shows how bad our infrastructure is. I mean, barges are bumping into bridges or hitting bridges, and they're just falling. But yet we've got millions of dollars, billions and trillions to send to other countries, right? But we can't fix our infrastructure. What happened to the infrastructure bill? Remember that we was going to start fixing stuff? Not sure the cause of the barge hitting the bridge collapse. Haven't really figured that one out yet. Could it be another GPS issue? A hack? You know? The assassination attempt? All this stuff, if you remember your history, especially assassination attempts and stuff, it reminds you of way back, the 1900s, early 1900s, World War I, and things like that. Guys, history repeats itself, and now these bridge collapses are becoming normalized, right? Just, another bridge fell. Huh? We got an oil leak. We'll fix it. In reality, something is actually going on here, right? A lot of people say we're not in World War III, we're not in World War III. We're nowhere near it. With the computer systems we have today, this could have been another cyber attack. It could have been as simple, too, that the barge broke loose or something like that and hit the bridge. But it's becoming very strange, all these attacks everywhere, right? Or collapses, I should say. Bridge collapses. Who remembers all the food warehouses that were burning? Now, I will say that during that time, a lot of places like that's burnt before, and it started getting a lot of coverage, so it seemed like it was an everyday thing, right? You're going to have to excuse me. My throat is sore and I'm going to have to spit, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My throat is sore today. I know some of you just tuned off for that, but I'm not sure why my throat's sore. Maybe it's something the government's doing to the air. It's ridiculously sore. But the Prime Minister getting assassinated, not sure what's going on over there. You're hearing he was pro-Russian. No, he was pro-Ukrainian. No, he was this. He was that. Total chaos everywhere. Every day you wake up, every day you check the news, every day you check YouTube, something major is going on, right? And people still don't see it. They don't see, they just sit back. What's a normal day? Because we're normalizing bridge collapses now. In our lifetime, how many bridges have collapsed from, getting hit by ships? I'm sure some have, but I don't remember this many back to back, right? Just like like I said, the food warehouses. If you remember when they were being covered about how many of them was burning, excuse me, about how many of them was burning. I did make videos that these burn pretty regular, but they're getting coverage. But now you got bridge collapse. But we have all this money to send to all these other countries to make sure their retirement's paid, that their workers are paid, all this, but we can't spend money to fix our crumbling infrastructure. How many of you ride down a road and you buy your tag on your car, right? You buy gas, you're paying tax, right? You're paying taxes. And you ride down the road and you hit a pothole and it changes your radio station and throws your your L2, L3 out in your back, right? From hitting a pothole. But yet we don't have money to fix that, right? We don't have money to fix our roads. We don't have money. It worries me. We have a huge bridge over here that you have to cross if you're going to Scottsboro, Alabama. Now this bridge, there was an old one there. They built a new one, right beside it. It makes you wonder what happens if that bridge gets hit. There's a lot of major road crossings that goes across bridges, right? Major ones. Some of them are long bridges. Now what happens when one of them gets hit? Is it going to collapse? I may be wrong on this one, but people in Louisiana, like down around Slidell, you have a huge bridge you got to cross down there. You got the bridge to get out to at the end of Florida, out to the Florida Keys and stuff. That bridge. Guys, if our bridges are falling, that's a major problem. If they're falling from getting hit by ships, that is a huge, huge problem, right? number one, they should be designed to take a hit from a ship, correct? Now, some of these bridges are older and the ships are a lot bigger. I know that. But you also, it's just like your house, right? You live in your house. You take care of your house while you're living there. All right, let's say you go away for a year or two and you come back. Your house is going to need stuff done to it just from sitting, right? It's just decay. I mean, it's the way it is. And people be like, no, no. Yeah, if you don't live in your house for a year or two and you come back, that house is going to need stuff done to it. It's the same way with our bridges, our highways, everything. But they're not worrying about fixing this stuff. They're more worried about giving these other countries money to fix their problems. And it's to the point where people need to put their foot down and be like, look, we're not sending no more money nowhere else. We need to fix America. We need to fix our stuff first. America should come first and then other countries. I've said this before. Charity begins at home. You fix your stuff around your home first and then go out from there. Then once everything's fixed, then you're able to help other people, right? You understand what I'm saying? This dude getting shot over there in Slovakia, I hadn't even heard nothing in the news about any like uproars or anything going on over there. To be honest with you, I don't really cover Slovakia. But when you got prime ministers getting shot, something's going on over there, right? You know, every day you're just bombarded with different stuff that's going on. And some of the stuff is fixable, like our infrastructure. But then you're going to have people, let's say they close down a bridge for a month. You know, we need to check this bridge. We don't want nobody driving. And then people are going to complain about their having to take another route somewhere. So it is it is a touchy situation when you try to fix stuff. But we need to start fixing our infrastructure, and we need to figure out why all this stuff is happening when our bridges are hit. Is it cyber attacks? Quit lying. Because they warned us for over a year now that we were going to experience cyber attacks. You remember Biden when he come out and made that big statement about a year ago that we would be starting to see more cyber attacks? If it's a cyber attack that's causing these ships to lose control, be honest about it. You know, they're always going to have a scapegoat, though, that it was this guy or that guy. He didn't know what he was doing, or this guy, you know, fell asleep, or this or that. These systems on these boats should have a way to handle this stuff. Now, barge, that's totally different, and I know that, than a ship. But why is this happening? Why is it allowed to happen? Now you got an oil spill down there. How bad is the oil spill going to be? Are they going to be able to get it cleaned up quickly and things like that? Every day it's something else, and every day it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. And when the election cycle rolls around, everybody thinks Trump's going to win. He's going to come in, and you're going to wake up, you know, as soon as he gets sworn in, within a month, everything's going to be back to normal. It's not. We are in a decline. There's no stopping it. I've told you, think about a ball rolling down a hill, right? It picks up momentum as it goes. And look at how, you realize we are only in May? We are in May of 2024. And look what's already going on. Now, what is it? June, July, August, September, October, November. 6 months, a little less than 6 months until the election, right? Can you imagine if Trump doesn't win again? What's going to happen then? Can you imagine if Biden wins? Can you imagine if Trump wins, what the Democrats are going to do? Guys, you need to buckle down, make sure your preps are in order, have it where when stuff happens, you don't have to go nowhere. You're able to sit back and be like, all right, I've got my stuff. I don't have to get out in this mess, right? Because we're coming in the summer months, and everybody knows the summer months are protest months, right? Everybody loves to protest in the summertime. So I don't know how to warn you about bridges. I really don't. I personally know people, know people that when they cross a bridge on a highway, they actually roll their windows down and make sure their car door is unlocked. Now, you know, that's kind of paranoid, but I know people that are like that because they do not like crossing bridges. And now in my mind, I'm thinking these people may have been right because these bridges are falling from getting hit, right? They're collapsing from a barge hitting it or from a ship hitting it, you know. It could get to the point where this could be more than what they're telling us. We could see a lot more bridges collapse. It's got to the point they're going to tell us something. They're going to quit lying about it, right? It's a very active day in the news today. So I know some of you probably don't care about the Slovakian prime minister. Some of you may care about the bridge collapse or the oil spill. But guys, you need to buckle down, get your preps in order, take a deep breath and realize what's going on in the world. You've got to realize what's going on in the world. Just because you're able to go to the store and buy a hamburger don't mean everything in the world is okay. You got to remember that. You got to get prepped up. You got to stay calm during this whole situation. If you've got stress on you right now, the stress you're having now is nothing like the stress is going to be when everything goes to crap, and you know that. So if stay calm, get your preps in order, sit back and be able to figure out what's going on in your area, because something going on in this area may not affect you, but eventually it could. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Keep your head on the swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person who can do it. Stay safe. Keep prepping. What's the news going to bring tomorrow? Total chaos. That's the new word for news. Chaos.